Your phone buzzes, just once, a single vibration in your pocket. Your heart rate changes before you even look. Why? That tiny jolt is not really about the message. It is about something much older than phones, something older than screens, something older than language itself. For most of human history, a sudden signal from the environment meant one thing: danger, a snapped branch, a shifting shadow, a sound in the grass that should not be there. Your ancestors who froze, listened, and reacted fast were the ones who survived long enough to pass on their genes. The ones who shrugged it off did not always get a second chance. That reflex never left you. It just changed uniforms. Neuroscientists call this system the amygdala's threat detection loop. Decode that. The amygdala is a small almond-shaped cluster of neurons buried deep in your brain. Its job is simple: scan for anything unexpected. Decide, in a fraction of a second, whether it might hurt you. It does not wait for permission from the thinking part of your brain. It acts first and explains later. Psychologist Joseph Ledoux spent decades mapping this exact pathway. He found that a threat signal can reach the amygdala before it ever reaches your conscious awareness. Your body can start reacting to danger before you know you are in danger. This is not a flaw. It is a feature, built for a world where hesitation could get you killed. Now think about your phone again. A notification is unpredictable. It arrives without warning. It could be anything: a bill, a breakup, good news, bad news. Your amygdala does not know the difference between an email and a saber-toothed cat. It only knows one thing: something changed suddenly, and change used to mean danger. So it fires the same ancient alarm. Your palms might get slightly damp. Your attention snaps away from whatever you were doing. Some people feel a small flutter in the chest. This is not anxiety in the clinical sense. It is a 5,000-year-old alarm system going off in response to a machine it was never designed for. Here is where it gets stranger. Researcher Larry Rosen at California State University studied what happens when people are separated from their phones for even short periods. He found that many participants showed real physiological stress responses: elevated heart rate, restlessness, a kind of low hum of unease. Not because they missed the phone itself, because their brain had started treating the possibility of a message as a standing threat that needed to be monitored constantly. Think about that for a second. Your ancestors evolved to watch the tree line for movement. You now watch a screen for a red dot. The mechanism is identical, only the trigger has changed. There is another piece to this puzzle, and it comes from a much older discovery. In the 1930s, psychologist B.F. Skinner ran experiments on pigeons using what he called variable reward schedules. He noticed something odd. Pigeons that received food on a random, unpredictable schedule pecked at the lever far more often than pigeons who got food every single time. Unpredictability did not reduce the behavior, it intensified it. Your phone works on the exact same schedule. Sometimes a notification is nothing, sometimes it is something exciting. You never know which one is coming, and that uncertainty is precisely what keeps you checking. Not because you are weak, because your brain is doing exactly what brains have always done: chasing uncertain signals in case they matter for survival. But here is the twist almost nobody talks about. That ancient alarm system was built for rare events. A predator sighting might happen once a week, maybe less. Your ancestors' nervous systems had long stretches of calm between alerts. Time to reset, time to recover. Your phone delivers dozens, sometimes hundreds, of these alert signals every single day. The system was never built to run this often. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer Hurdy has written extensively about how human stress responses evolved for occasional intense threats, not constant low-grade ones. Your body was handed a tool designed for lions and asked to use it on group chats. No wonder it feels exhausting sometimes. What if the constant low buzz of modern anxiety many people report has less to do with modern life being harder and more to do with an ancient alarm being triggered far too often for a threat that almost never actually exists? Think about the last time you felt your phone buzz and your stomach tightened, even slightly, before you looked. That was not a personality flaw. That was 100,000 years of evolution doing its job in a world it does not recognize. Your ancestors' alarm system kept them alive on the savannah. Yours keeps going off in your pocket, at your desk, in the middle of dinner because it cannot tell the difference between a lion in the grass and a like on a photo. Understanding this does not mean you have to silence every notification or throw your phone in a drawer. It means the next time you feel that small jolt of tension before you check a message, you can recognize it for what it actually is. Not weakness, not a modern disorder, just an old, faithful, slightly confused guard, still standing watch, still doing the only job it has ever known. Tonight, your phone will buzz again. And for one brief second, deep in the oldest part of your brain, something will still ask the same question your ancestors asked around every fire and every tree line for 100,000 years. Is that a predator?